First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX and WIBX950.com.
I've got to get this video up on our website, and we will. It's not there yet, but we will get it up for you to look at. But it's a clear video of the Econo Lodge in North Utica, where it looks like a TV had been put out of a window from the hotel room, squeezed out the window, set there on the ground, and then somebody went out and drove up and stole the TV.
And this is between the building and a row of hedges.
Correct. Yes.
This was alleged theft was surgical.
Completely, though, except for the part that is completely caught on video.
I missed that part.
Rock Patel is the owner, one of the co-owner of Econo Lodge, and he's on the line right now. Rock, good morning.
Good morning, Bill.
So is that basically what you feel happened? Was the person staying in the hotel room, or how did that happen?
No, he wasn't staying, but because I talked to the manager, and he said the person stopped by at the registration counter.
Yep.
Where there is a little bin where everybody returns their keys, once they check out.
Yeah.
So he picked up one of the key from there, because I did ask him if he stayed there. Otherwise, we would have found his information.
Okay.
So he took one of the key, then he went into the room, and then apparently this is what he did. Opened the window, put the TV out through the window, then he drove around.
Drove around the side of the building.
The TV,
yeah.
Correct.
So he was basically impersonating a guest of somebody that was staying there, or just in the course of everyday business?
We have a camera in the lobby, too, and we couldn't see it because he had like a cap on where it was covered. We tried to identify the person, but kind of hard to identify the person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because, when they intend to do something like that, I guess,
right.
Cover their faces towards the camera, so...
Well,
we couldn't really identify him through the camera inside the lobby.
So it was tough to see his face inside the lobby, but did one of you say earlier there's possibly video of his license plate?
Yeah. What do you think? Now, you're able to clearly see the license plate. Was that a New York plate?
It doesn't look like New York plate because it has kind of green backing or something. It has a green plate. So I didn't think it was New York plate. So
I agree.
Somebody's visiting.
I was trying to zoom in on it last night. And
actually, I zoomed in, and it looks clearly a license plate. You can read it. It's a clear identification of it, and that's the reason I tried to put the video up on your website. So I don't know, maybe somebody can identify him.
We're going to put the video up in a few minutes, and I'm just going to put the raw video. I edited it down. I mean, tried to zoom into the person. It's hard to see. It kind of pixelates a little bit. And then, but you can clearly zoom in on the license plate and tell the numbers.
Right, and I can't tell if it's Texas or another southern state because I've seen this style of plate before.
Yeah.
But the difficulty is this could be a rental vehicle.
It could be
very
a rental.
easy for somebody to rent the car and then it be tied to the rental company.
Or there's been an issue in Utica, and the police have talked about it, is people drive around with like a laminated piece of paper as their license plate.
Right.
And you see that in other states where that becomes a temporary tag, if you will.
Sure.
And I don't believe they have them in New York. I don't think. But it could be, we can't tell. I mean, it could be something he printed out and put over his license plate. That's the part that you don't know.
That is true, too. Somebody might have kind of superimposed the real plate and just do not to show up or identify.
What, obviously you call police. What have police said?
Well, we just reported the crime, I guess, and we haven't heard anything back yet.
Okay, all right.
Researching, and we'll find out something positive about it, but I mean, it's not a big deal, but it's still not good. I mean, it's a tough time for people right now, but this is not the way to handle it, I guess.
Yep. Can I ask you, doesn't it make you believe, because along with being a doctor, I'm also a detective, doesn't it make you believe that the person had been in the hotel before?
Actually, I talked to the manager. We could 90%. I mean, we have other videos off.
Yeah.
He pulled out some videos, but we can't clearly identify 100%. So I didn't want to
hard.
But we do have his face too on a couple of other videos.
Okay.
I have to
we
say,
know 95% who it is, but it's not 100%.
You can't prove it.
Yeah, the
see.
security camera footage of him. So when he pulls up, it's hard to see, but then you reverse, you can get a good shot at the numbers clearly, but still the camera is blurring the state a little bit.
It is, yeah. You cannot.
It's tough
And Andrew,
to see.
I put it on my system, and I zoomed in. I tried to clear it up a little bit, and you just cannot tell that part is gone. But the belief that he had to know that the window opened enough to be able to fit the TV out the window. And he had to know
those are
yeah.
like big windows, the vertical windows. You know,
Okay.
You can slide it on the side. You can pretty much get out. You know.
I see. Yeah.
It's a nice size window. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
small.
First floor too.
All right. I'm assuming we're going to put the video up, and we'll have it up before the end of the show today. And I'm assuming you would say that people should call. Potentially, you can call Crime Stoppers, or you could call UPD. If you have any information.
I mean, I really don't want to make this long. I mean, if he wants to make it good and return, I mean, I don't know. TV's probably no good anymore since he turned it around, you know.
So you're saying if the person would return the TV, it would be you'd just drop everything?
Well, I don't know if the TV would be any good. But
You're right.
It costs like between $500 to $600 the hotel TV. So if you would want to make up
the reality is, it's your property, and somebody just came in and took your property. Just burns you up, doesn't it? Yeah.
Rock's going to go back to those old TVs with the big box TVs.
Right. Whatever
no
happened
more
to the
flat
good
screens.
Good luck trying to carry that TV out, right? The old ones.
It makes it easier with this newer.
Yeah,
I know.
Even though they're 42-inch screen, they're 40-inch screen TVs. They're so light, you know.
Right.
One person can handle it easily.
So, and it looked like he wrapped it in a sheet and set it outside.
Yes, along with that, he probably took the sheet, too.
Took the sheet as well. That's right. I want my sheet.
Yeah, that wasn't his sheet. Let's be honest.
All right. Okay, Rock, we're gonna post this later on, and we appreciate you giving us a little background on it. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for putting on your website. Hopefully, other people will get discouraged for doing something like this. That's the idea of doing it. So. Well,
it also lets me know if my wife ever kicks me out, I've got a place to stay. I know where it kind of
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, Rock.
We'll put you in the room without a sheet or a TV.
Yeah. Have a great day. Thanks.
No, that won't happen.
You'll be all set. Okay, Rock. Thank you so much. Good luck. We'll talk soon. Hopefully, we'll be talking soon, and there'll be a positive outcome of the story. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Bill.
Have a great day. Wow.
Bye-bye.
It infuriates you, right? That I hate to bring all these stories to you today, but there's just stories out there that are
unreal. People
are going nuts. They've been shut up and cooped up for the last year, and they're going crazy.
But you mentioned the part about him being there, this person being there before.
You got to know
casing the establishment.
You have to. It has to have been cased out because is that what they call it? Casing out, and because he had to know that you could drive up that, he had to back out.
Where the room was.
You got to know where the room is. You got to know that the windows, because a lot of hotels that I go to, the window will open like 2 inches.
Yeah, right.
And
or not at all.
Or not at all.
Yeah.
So you got to know you can do that. You got to know there are nice TVs inside. So it just makes you believe that somebody.
Yeah.
He was either in there or he got information from someone who was.
On the inside. It was an inside
Well,
job.
I don't want to imply that.
Possibly.
I feel bad.
Andrew will do that.
This is
allegedly.
A lot of implying today, Andrew.
Allegedly.
What am I going to do when Monaski's gone? It's going to be awful. This is just going to be hell.
No buffer zone.
I feel bad for him, obviously, and it clearly is a crime, so I don't mean to make light of it. But what was the hotel that we'll leave the light on? He should change his slogan
Motel
to
6, yeah.
We'll leave the window open for you.
Yeah.
I would say you want to put a lock on those so that those windows can't open. But then again, it could be a fire. Could be a fire escape on the ground floor. Who knows? Anyway, we'll do some digging in, and we'll put the video up soon up on our website.
But it's crazy what some thieves will do. I mean, I remember working when I was in Tennessee. I worked at a big box retail store. We'll just leave it at that. And they instructed us, do not intervene if you see any type of theft going on or shoplifting. I remember one time I was outside and a guy had a cart and he was coming down the main aisle, and in the cart was a big screen, flat screen TV.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he started to pick up speed, and me and the coworker were watching it happen, and he just right through the door, right down to the SUV, trunk hatch up, TV inside, threw the cart, closed the door, off he went, and then the loss prevention and manager were about 2 minutes behind him, right?
Yeah. TVs don't have the same. I mean, they're more of a. It used to be a TV like that. You get a big TV, you're paying over $1,000.
Right.
Chances are these aren't the 4K or 5K TVs that are. But people they'll do whatever they can to rip something off. It seems. Some people. Mike says if the guy tried to steal one of those old TVs, you'd be able to find him on the other side of the street at urgent care. Those were some heavy TVs.